as a farmer, we're out there in this beautiful setting, doing what we do and growing crops. So I'm happy, and I'm not happy for the country, but I'm happy that I live in an environment and in circumstances where I essentially keep doing what I've been doing.
So I'm Ray McCormick. I'm a farmer conservationist from southwestern Indiana. I'm a fourth generation farmer. I've got a son and a granddaughter and grandson that may be taking over the farm someday.
My name is Sarah Carlson. I work for Practical Farmers of Iowa, and I'm the Midwest Cover Crop Director. Essentially, the problem that we face is that we are not managing water correctly. So we used to have a landscape where more than 40% of the landscape was evapotranspirating water, taking it from the soil and putting it into the air a larger time of the year. And so because we're not growing winter plants anymore, where we take moisture from the soil and put it into the air, that moisture has to go someplace. And so that moisture goes through the soil, carries nutrients with it, and that goes to the Mississippi River.
And it's almost a religious and spiritual thing. What I do on the farm has long-term consequences. I'm only going to be here for a short period and taking care of this farm for a short period, but my legacy, my afterlife is this land. That's where I feel a profound responsibility.
And so when those nutrient levels are out of whack and out of balance, because we're not holding enough of them back on the landscape and holding them up in plant material, then that directly affects our human health.
We're really at ground zero here in lower Indiana, the Wabash Basin, the White River Basin. We have big rivers that thread their way through all these hills, and there's just too much phosphorus and nitrogen getting into the Gulf.
The scope of this problem is literally every corn and soybean acre that doesn't have a cover crop or some sort of winter plant planted with it in the Corn Belt. So it's massive.
Those nutrients are dollar bills. That's actual value on these farms. That's what we're paying for, is nitrogen and phosphorus. No farmer wants to lose that into the Gulf.
Farmers are the number one people to really tackle this. And they have the tools to do it. And among each other, they can really figure this out. And it's a call to action for them to really farm differently.
Water testing shows us we're headed in the right direction. It's just going to take a big effort. It's 31 states have to pull together.
And the way we get there is helping farmers get started, adding things like cover crops to a corn bean rotation, and start to slowly disrupt, the status quo dominant ag production that we have today.
Every day on every acre, I try to think of how I can do what will benefit the land and benefit the wildlife as much as possible.
That pulls on people's heartstrings to think about the next generation, to think about having your grandchildren, sitting on your lap. Pulls on my heartstrings.
Yesterday we were drilling soybeans into cover crops, and to see lush green, beautiful fields of cover crop that are securing the nutrients and holding the soil in place, it gives you a deep feeling of appreciation for the land and for what that land will mean to other people in the future.